Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dare say. Now we're just waiting for a Mark from Human Nutrients to log on. We should be on any minute. I hope he's not got a few tech issues. I'll send him a text. I'm on. I should be here in a second. But everybody's been watching boxing, haven't they, over the weekend? Crawford, Canelo. I think I've got about 10 or 12 videos backed up. I'm going to whack them all out Wednesday. So, all good stuff in it. Or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Probably Wednesday. But Mark's gone. So, well, I don't know where Mark's gone, ladies and gentlemen. We'll give him a couple more minutes. Can't be that late, can he? Ah, here we are. How are you doing, Mark?
Hey, how you doing, Rob?
I'm all
Not
right.
too bad. Yeah,
How
not
are
too
you?
bad. A little bit slow getting on this tonight, I was.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Good to talk.
Right. Uh, Before we start, I'm going to have a throw a boxing question at you because I know you like Mike Tyson. He's going to fight Mayweather in an exhibition in the next couple of months. What do you think?
Wow. I think, well, after watching the way he just did his last exhibition fight, he completely held back where he could have thrown devastating shots, with Jake Paul. He definitely didn't swing that right hand early on in the fight. And I reckon if he did, it'd probably put him down. I think it'll be something similar, Floyd dancing around him basically. And, Tyson can move himself. I know he's a little bit older now, but yeah, I think it'll be a good showboating event. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But if he does clip Mayweather, I think Mayweather will know about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think about it?
I think well, it's an exhibition. They're not going to really take it serious. They're just going to split 50 million, aren't they? Everybody's going to be nostalgic for an evening. But
Everybody's a winner. Yeah.
yeah, my argument with it, Mark, is though it's taking money off proper boxing fans who can be putting that money into next generation of shows and stuff like that. They've had
That's
their day,
right. It's
haven't they,
taking
Mark?
it
They've
away
had
from
their day.
sport. Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. It's just like a spectacle as opposed to, like the sporting side of it. Because it's not really, it's more of a WWE wrestling match. It's
Yeah,
scripted and it's not a proper fight. Yeah, I suppose, but promoters are just interested in making a few bucks, aren't they? And that will sell because look, we're talking about it.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Do you
Anyway,
know what I mean? So it has got a ring to it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely interesting. So yeah, I think it will sell. Will sell
you
tickets,
watch it,
but
Mark.
it's not good for the sport.
Will you watch
Will
it?
I watch it? Yes, I'll watch it. Yeah, yeah, I would. Yeah, yeah. I'd have a little look. Yeah, be interesting.
Okay.
And
Right.
that's the thing.
Car crash, isn't it? It's car crash TV. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it is, and you can see what they're doing, like especially Tyson as well. The way he's like really having to hold himself back, or did do on the last one. Um, I think whereas Mayweather, he can flick jabs out and dance around a little bit more, kind of thing, without it showing as much. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about your product. I've had some emails and people asking me what's the difference between your product and creatine.
Okay. Well, they both do. They both work on the energy pathways. When you take creatine, you load the muscles with phosphocreatine, and that converts readily into androstenedione triphosphate, which is ATP. That's the fuel that you burn anaerobically. You burn without oxygen. Gives you that explosive power. Good for powerlifters, sprinters. And after about 10 seconds, it burns out. Whereas when you take NMN, you increase NAD. Nicotine Nicotinamide mononucleotide, right? That's NMN, and that converts into NAD. And NAD is what takes the energy from your food and puts it into the mitochondria. So it also, and the mitochondria produces ATP, androstenedione triphosphate. That is the currency of our energy, if you like. So yeah, creatine does upregulate it and give you uh, a good dose. Whereas when you take NMN, you're allowing the cells to constantly produce it, especially when you start running. When you go into the aerobic side of it, where you're burning oxygen, that's when it really comes into its own. And it also upregulates the mitochondria, the little powerhouses that actually create this energy. And there can be up to 1,000 in one cell that throughout the whole of us. And you upregulate them, and they actually burn oxygen more efficiently and make you. Well, on a study with a load of runners, anyway, the VO2 max increased, and it's all down to the oxygen metabolism. And so it's almost like it makes you fitter. Whereas you don't get quite as you don't get that effect from creatine. There's also the DNA repair side of it. It's when your NAD levels drop as we age, these protective genes switch off, and these genes actually protect our DNA and the integrity of our cells, and that's why it's so good for anti-aging. But it also allows the cell to perform at its best and just makes you your optimal. And you also feel good on it as well. Like creatine, they do say that you get a cognitive kick, the cognitive enhancement kick, and you would do because your brain's full of mitochondria as well. And anything that's helping that produce energy, then you'll get a clarity of thought. But definitely NMN gives you a real feeling of well-being because it allows you to sleep better, affects the circadian rhythms as well. You get a deep restorative sleep. You get a real good feeling of well-being, and you get this underlying feeling of health, and it radiates through your skin and everything. Yeah, it's really
Is it
this
good
is
for
my
sleep
personal
patterns, Mark?
experience on it.
Is it good for sleep patterns?
Oh, it's fantastic for sleep patterns, but the thing is, you end up conking out kind of earlier in the evening and waking up more like with the sunlight. So it resets your circadian rhythms, and you sleep deeper as well when you're on it. And we have these 90-minute cycles where you go through all the different stages of sleep, and it just allows you to go through that efficiently, and you feel restored on it, and the rings around your eyes start going. There's a couple of studies that have come out where they're actually testing it with addiction as well, and it's actually helping people, get over substance abuse and alcoholism. So it really is good for restoring your sleep patterns. Yeah.
Good. What ages can you take this up to this product, Mark? What's oldest age you can take it at?
What you see with this, it's only really been fully understood and studied since 2016, so it's pretty new. And what they've got with the anti-aging side of it and the cellular protection and keeping cells young is mainly done on mice. Because a mouse has only got like a 6-month lifespan, so you can kind of see what's going on a lot quicker than you can in human studies. On elderly people, they've managed to rewind the clock. Whereas with mice, they've actually extended the lifespan of these things, and they keep them like in functional health. So instead of just aging and becoming more decrepit, you're functionally fit all the way through your life. And that will hopefully over the years translate into the humans as well, into us humans. Um, and generally, what works on a mouse works on us, like, mammalian cells, they're pretty much the same in how they work. And so in mice, it's absolutely mind-blowing what they're doing. They're extending the lifespan of mice by almost double. That's where they're at with it now. Um, but it actually keeps your cells younger as well. So I wish I'd known about this years back. Like I'm 50 now, and it arrests the aging process because a lot of aging is to do with your DNA damage. As your cells replicate, your DNA copies itself, and there's slight errors you know that happen throughout the years. Whereas when you take high levels, so when you take NMN, you increase these genes, these repair genes, the SERT genes, and they repair your DNA, and they actually keep you younger, and they stop up, signs of aging like the wrinkles and all the rest of it. So it's something when you start aging, some people start aging, different ages. Like I reckon around 30, you could be taking it. Definitely 40. 40s is kind of your golden years. You don't want to be getting biologically older than 40 if you can help it. So yeah, it's a great time to start in your 40s. And
Yeah.
there's even people that I see on TikTok and stuff that are talking about reversing grey hair and all sorts, where they've got greys coming through. Well, I've got a bit of a grey beard, and it hasn't taken my grey beard away yet. But yeah, as far as anti-aging goes, there's a lot out there now.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to digest there, but you certainly
And the
made.
younger you start,
Hey?
yeah, and the younger you start, the better, really. There's no, you don't. It's always harder to reverse a process, than it is to stop it happening, if you like, or just keep yourself in on the same level. So yeah, if I'd known about this many years ago, I'd have been taking it many years ago.
Did you used to take creatine back in day when everybody did?
I still do take bits of creatine for training and stuff because it loads your muscles for that explosive power, like a set of squats, 10 squats. Whereas the NMN is just fantastic, like for the treadmill, for the cardio kind of work, and it's great for lipolysis. I put on a bit of weight over Christmas, and for a little while as well, and it weren't shifting, so I ended up cutting the carbs a little bit. And usually I get cold and lethargic, whereas I don't get that. I don't seem to get the lethargic with it. In fact, I enjoy not eating too many carbs. I eat carbs at the weekends and then not in the weekend. Yeah, I'm getting lean. I do put it down to the NMN because it uh,
Brilliant.
it actually stimulates lipolysis. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And like I often get asked the question as well, Russell, oh, how do you know all this? You're not a doctor, like. Well, I kind of like study this, but right now what I do is I train AIs. So I get an AI to scrape the web for all the data out there. And the thing is, there's a lot out in Japanese and stuff, and we wouldn't normally come across this. And your healthcare specialist certainly isn't going to come across it. And so once I've got that scraped, to put it into another AI and get it only solely to answer questions on that data. So it's something I ask it, it'll read that data first, and then it'll give you your answer. And that's how I get all this stuff. And the life policy side of it, it's fantastic. They've done studies. It directly increases glycerol release in your adipose tissue, and your fat tissue around your stomach, and it helps break it down, releases the enzymes, and it also increases your insulin sensitivity. So it's totally good for the cells. It really is something that'll rejuvenate you.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, listen, thanks for coming on, Mark. It's been a pleasure. Nice to see you. I hope you're well.
Nice seeing you.
And
Yeah, all good.
I'll pin the
Lovely,
link in the
fantastic.
comment.
Thanks for having me on, Russell.
Yeah, I'll pin the link in the comment section. So what happens, you guys who are interested, click the link, pin in the comment section, and it'll take you straight to Mark's website, and you can have a little nosy. Remember, health is wealth.
That's it. A few resources on there as well to have a little look
Oh.
at.
All the best then, Mark. Cheers, pal.
All the best. Thank you,
Thank you very
Russell. See you
much.
again.
Thanks for
Bye
liking
now.
and
Bye.
subscribing and leaving a comment. Peace out.